This is Tom and Zaga next to me. And we're going to give you a look at the patch that we have so far. This is taking my dissertation work and Zaga's master's work and how we've combined those together and what we're going to be doing coming into the new year. So this is the initial screen, and this is what is kind of looking at the GUI stuff. Some of this isn't used. For instance, none of this purple stuff is used. But this is the input of UDP data into the patch, which is what we work with at the moment. This is from the connect into the middleware, and then the middleware, which is NIMate at the moment, outputs UDP. But we can also change this to be OSC, or we could work with MIDI easily enough, depending on what UBC send us. But this then splits the information, the skeleton information, down into head, shoulders, neck, and hands. And then this part here then maps that to grid shapes, which come out on a jitter video. But this here is these three subpatches here, what handle the kind of audio processing. So in this creation patch is the work which Zaga has developed. So
yeah, this patch basically triggers random samples out of poly buffers. So these buffers are stacked with different kind of samples, which are divided for now in high, medium, and low frequency ranges. But maybe for the performance, it could be something different. So here in this patch, there's a kind of speed in which the samples are triggered, and they are layered on top of each other, and they are now played or forwards or backwards. And there's a specific thing here which can make movements if it would be a multi-channel speaker setup, but that's something we're still considering. So yeah, back to the other one.
Cool. And then continuing onwards, so the output of Zaga's patch, these three cables here then go into the mix subpatch, which is where we start to use audio effects, and will also be where we start to introduce users or dancers' movements into controlling these effects. So here we have a envelope, degrade, a filter, and a delay. So some relatively simple audio effects which we're hoping to use to get big results. So this soundscape layer is where we've really started to implement this idea of macro or high-level controls manipulating multiple low-level parameters. So the way that it's set up at the moment is to use the receive the left hand Y, left hand X, right hand X, and right hand Y to then manipulate these controls, so smoothness, texture, punch, and intensity. So we take texture as an example, with this being a full texture, or this being using this as a thin texture. You can see that we've done some low-mid attenuation and a high-end boost to create a thinner texture. So this is kind of where we're going to be taking it. So for example, we could say take a dancer's movement. So if a dancer was closer to the ground, we could take the body Y position and map that to a low-pass filter. So if they were low to the ground, then we'd have lower frequency content. Alternatively, we could take the Z coordinate of a dancer's body. If they were further back on the stage, we could increase the reverb time. Or alternatively, if they were closer to the audience, we could then do a presence boost in the frequency range to have them sound closer to the audience as well as actually be closer to the audience. So that is some ideas that we've had and where we're going to be taking the patch in the future as we move into the new year. Is there anything you want to add to that?
No, it sounds good. I'm happy with that. Yeah,
brilliant.